Great North News to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, Bangor police have charged a man with murder after the search for a missing man comes to a tragic ending.
Plus, the results are in from the mock election held in schools all around the state this week, which may provide a preview of how the real election could play out.
And as enrollment in schools all around Maine declines, more districts are looking to consolidate to cut costs. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us and happy Halloween, everyone. We'll also have some fun Halloween trivia coming up. We'll be talking about horror movies and trying to see what we know about all of them. But first, a check of the forecast. Looking like a very warm day as far as Halloween goes. Temperatures getting up in the mid-70s today. Maybe a chance for a few passing showers later on tonight, but it is an unusual Halloween indeed.
Yeah, that's for sure. In years past, we've had winter storms,
yeah.
But it's you barely need a winter coat tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe an umbrella, though, possibly.
Probably.
Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Irish Collision Center. Irish Collision Center offers expert repairs with a 3D frame measuring system, aluminum repair equipment. Our recent expansion boosts capacity, faster service. We're dedicated to quality every time. Visit us today. Alrighty, here we go. Areas of dense fog greeting us this morning from near Bangor to Bar Harbor, even into parts of Washington County and areas further off towards the west. It's rather widespread this morning, so because of that, a dense fog advisory is posted this morning for the counties highlighted here in gray. That will expire this morning as well. Be careful if you are traveling. We do also have a small crowd advisory up until noon coming up later on today due to active wave heights that we have been seeing. But meanwhile, on land, just some clouds that are tracking through. That's all we're really going to see. No rainfall for us today. We will be under a partly cloudy sky. The rainfall right now is over in parts of Canada and across parts of the Midwest and southern U.S. where showers and thunderstorms are developing there this morning, but for us, it's just the clouds. We'll get the fog out of here, too. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky for today, but later on tonight, more clouds and even some rain on the way yet again. As for the winds, not too bad for today. We're roughly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few higher gusts. Later on tonight, and especially into tomorrow, the winds will be picking up. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures warming into the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll see you later on. 3 people are dead after a car crash on the Egypt Road in the town of Raymond yesterday. The Cumberland County Sheriff's Office says the crash appears to have involved erratic driving. Anna Kuhn has the story from Raymond.
That crash happened just down the road here on Egypt Road, and police say while this crash is still under investigation, they say initial reports show that this was a head-on collision.
Our crash reconstruction team is working on the absolute causation factors, which we don't have yet. Early indications are that the Frontier pickup truck may have been operating erratically across the center line, and evidence at the scene would substantiate that and struck the Subaru Crosstrek head on.
Investigators say 56-year-old Gregory Logue of Wyndham was driving a pickup truck down this road, and they tell us before this crash happened, he had passed a vehicle and then gone off the road. When he drove back onto the roadway, he crossed the center line and crashed head-on into an SUV. 80-year-old Tamara Harmon and 80-year-old Arthur Harmon, both from Raymond, were inside that SUV. All 3 involved in the crash were killed. This incident happened around 11 o'clock this morning, closing down Egypt Road for a while, but this road has since reopened to traffic.
And that was Anna Kuhn reporting. The search for a missing man from Corinth has ended in tragedy. Bangor police announced Wednesday the body of 27-year-old Dylan Caruso was found last week in a wooded area of Exeter. He hadn't been seen since late September when he was in Bangor. Authorities haven't said how Caruso was killed, but the medical examiner's office has ruled his death a homicide. As a result of the investigation, police have arrested 35-year-old Kenneth Creamer of Exeter and charged him with Caruso's murder. He was arrested on Tuesday and is being held at the Penobscot County Jail. Bangor police say arrest warrants were also issued for 31-year-old Dylan Boyce of Exeter, 32-year-old Holden Melvin of Charleston, and 31-year-old Dylan Bellinger of Corinth. They're all facing charges of hindering apprehension or prosecution. Bellinger and Boyce have already been arrested, but at last report, police were still trying to locate Holden Melvin. Anyone with information about his whereabouts is urged to contact the Bangor Police Department.
Well, a traffic stop in Bangor ended with a Connecticut man in jail facing numerous charges. The state police spokesperson, Shannon Moss, says a trooper stopped 40-year-old Cyrus Griffin on I-95 for a speed violation. And after he pulled him over, the trooper discovered Griffin did not have a valid license and was also on parole in Connecticut for a homicide. As a condition of his parole, Griffin was not supposed to leave that state. Moss says a search of Griffin's vehicle turned up 375 grams of cocaine, 69 grams of cocaine base, 142 grams of fentanyl, along with a loaded pistol and $2,100 in suspected drug proceeds. Griffin was taken to the Penobscot County Jail, where he's being held on $150,000 bond.
A funeral director accused of stealing from his clients has been indicted by the Penobscot County Grand Jury. Harold Chip Lamson was indicted on 7 counts of theft by unauthorized taking. Lamson is accused of stealing money from trust funds through his businesses in Lincoln and Millinocket. During a Maine Board of Funeral Services hearing in May, Lamson admitted to allegations that included more than 60 violations and agreed to surrender his license. And a person arrested after police searched a homeless encampment in Bangor was also indicted. 49-year-old David Carver was indicted on a variety of charges, including burglary, theft by unauthorized taking, and receiving stolen property. Carver was one of 11 people charged following the search of a homeless encampment known as Camp Hope that police say turned up drugs and thousands of dollars in suspected drug sale proceeds.
Well, a newly released poll taken by a state research organization shows the race for Maine's 2nd congressional district is really neck and neck. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bichard spoke with the director who organized the poll to learn more about what else this data could possibly tell us.
When we asked people what are the things that keep them up at night, more than 50% of the people had an economic issue.
Kevin Fay is the director of Digital Research, a Portland-based organization that polls Maine voters twice a year on issues such as the direction of the state, which issues they're most concerned about, and approval ratings of our elected officials. Every 2 years, those polls also include questions about which candidates people want to represent them.
It's a poll of 600 voters, half in the 1st district, half in the 2nd district. So we had 300, just a shade over 300 voters in the 2nd district that took part in the poll. And I think the difference was literally one person between the 2 candidates.
In Digital Research's poll of the 2nd Congressional District, both Representatives Golden and Representative Theriault were tied with 38%, with 21% of voters not yet sure of their choice.
When you look at those undecided voters, they do tend to be largely made up of folks that are not affiliated with a party. They're unenrolled voters that tend to be a little less engaged generally.
The top of the ticket is also a close race here in Maine, with 48% of the total people polled voting for Vice President Harris and 41% voting for former President Trump. As a reminder, Maine splits its electoral votes, with 1 electoral vote going to the winner of each congressional district and 2 going to the winner of Maine's popular vote.
The vice president's advantage in the 1st district is such that it is outside the margin of error, so we can sort of say with some degree of confidence that she's likely to take the 1st district. When we get up to your neck of the woods in the 2nd district, it's a little dicier. Former President Trump does have an advantage and would appear, just based on sort of like a quick scan of the numbers, to be likely to take that a single electoral vote. But given the smaller sample size with less precision, it's just inside the margin of error.
In Augusta, I'm Corey Bichard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
On Tuesday, students from around the state cast their votes for federal offices in a mock election. 115 schools participated and submitted their results to the Secretary of State's office. In the presidential race, former President Donald Trump won the popular vote with 52%, and Vice President Kamala Harris came in second with 40.8% of the vote. In the race for U.S. Senate, Senator Angus King secured his victory, winning over 43.3% of kids. His closest challenger was Republican Demi Kazunas with 23.9%. And Maine's 2nd congressional district was a nail-biter, with Representative Jared Golden beating out his Republican challenger Austin Theriault 49.3% to 48.8%. With the election less than a week away, We'll have to wait and see how these results line up with results from the general election.
Well, meanwhile, a Manchester, Maine man was sentenced yesterday in U.S. District Court in Bangor. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, 39-year-old Joshua Brome was sentenced to 40 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release and restitution in the amount of $1,120. According to court records, back in October of 2022, Brome entered an Augusta bank wearing a mask and hat. He pointed a gun at a teller and demanded all of the money in the drawer. After taking the money, Brome fled the scene in a gold-colored Yukon. 4 days later, Brome was arrested after investigators located a vehicle matching the description with other evidence inside of it.
A group of protesters gathered in Old Town Wednesday evening to voice their disapproval over the decision board members of the Old Town Orono YMCA made earlier this month to permanently close the Piscataquis Regional YMCA effective this Friday. Their board has overseen operations of the Piscataquis Y since their merger 2 years ago and cites declining revenues and escalating expenses that made the Piscataquis Y, quote, financially unsustainable. Among those who stood outside the Old Town Orono YMCA were members of a citizen-led nonprofit looking to take ownership of the Piscataquis building and convert it into the Piscataquis Area Community Center. An organizer we spoke with says more people would have shown up, but board members had already expressed a willingness to talk with the group.
They've decided today to say that they're willing to talk, which is a wonderful thing. You know, that's what we wanted them to do. They tried to help us. They were not able to help us. Just give it back to us, and we will do what we can to save that local Y.
The group held their rally Wednesday night because the Old Town Orono YMCA had a scheduled board meeting at the Y, and in response to their rally, Zambrano says the board decided to move that meeting elsewhere. All right, the time now is 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the Schoodic Fire Academy is on a mission to save lives, and they're training the next generation of firefighters to be able to help as many people as possible.
We'll have the story coming up, but first another check of the weather forecast. Today, a partly cloudy day lies ahead with highs near 74 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain showers, lows dropping down to the upper 50s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a chance of rain, highs tomorrow around 72. We'll be right back.
Lagoons Transportation and Energy, located in Osborne, provides limited propane services to eastern and central Maine, including but not limited to tank recertification, cage accounts, cylinder exchanges, and more. Lagoons also offers Lignetics premium wood pellets available for delivery.
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice. And long-lasting Gain scent beads, part of the irresistible scent collection from Gain.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message.
I think Austin-Ontario can be very dangerous.
He most definitely would join the extremists in Congress.
Austin-Ontario is on the same side as the extremists who want to have a national abortion ban. The extremists that don't allow women to have choice.
And these extremists, they're going to try to control women.
It's wrong.
I think you're going to see women die.
I just don't want that for my grandchildren.
Austin-Ontario, he's not going to stand up for my rights in Congress.
Lagoons Transportation and Energy, located in Osborne, provides limited propane services to eastern and central Maine, including but not limited to tank recertification, cage accounts, cylinder exchanges, and more. Lagoons also offers Lignetics premium wood pellets available for delivery.
There isn't a wrong way to communicate when it comes to empowering families to stay up to date on routine vaccines.
Will you show me?
Visit immunizeme.org to learn how to download DACA to check immunization records. This message brought to you by Maine CDC, this station, and the Maine Association of Broadcasters.
According to the Maine Department of Education, school enrollment in the state has been declining for well over a decade. And with more empty classrooms, more districts are turning towards consolidation. Our Grace Blanchard shares more.
We just aren't seeing the numbers in schools that we used to years ago. So the school's really needing to take some steps to adjust.
RSU 63 provides education to K through 8th graders in Eddington, Clifton, and Holden. According to the superintendent, the district is considering consolidating and closing one of its buildings, as enrollment is much less than a 2015 study predicted.
We're about half the number of students that we were at when the study was first done in 2015. So you can see that's a pretty significant change for a small district in Maine.
Between the three schools, there are 442 students. At the time of the study, the Holbrook Middle School alone had over 300 students. Today, there are 178, leaving hallways and classrooms that were once filled with students now dark and empty.
Tough thing to ask the taxpayers to continue to fund buildings that just aren't at capacity and that we just don't need.
According to the Maine Department of Education, more schools across the state are heading in this direction due to declining enrollment in aging buildings.
Even the more, mid or coastal, south coastal communities are looking to do consolidated projects to make themselves more efficient, to reduce their footprint and try to provide educational services in more of an efficient way.
If the district decides to consolidate, it will go to a referendum vote, giving the community the final decision.
We're making a decision that's going to impact, another generation. So we're trying to be really thoughtful about doing that.
In Holden, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, there's a one-of-a-kind fire academy on Schoodic Peninsula working to train the next generation of firefighters. Our Doug Banks spoke with 3 students who aim to broaden their ranks at the local fire departments.
How many seconds does it take to learn how to save a life?
Every other Saturday
8 to 4
since March.
Somewhere down the road, we're going to save a life.
At the Sorrento Volunteer Fire Department, the Schoodic Fire Academy's inaugural class is working to bring more firefighters to Down East Maine.
The main focus of the academy, getting more people AirPack certified.
Their classes involve lectures and hands-on training.
We have anywhere from 3 to 4 instructors with us in class every day.
A good example, last Saturday we had a guest lecturer that came in and covered all the aspects of fire alarms and sprinkler systems.
The Academy's bi-weekly program accommodates the students' busy schedules.
I'm actually the EMS assistant chief for Schoodic EMS.
I'm a part-time EMT for Schoodic EMS.
I am an EMT for Schoodic, and I'm also food service director of SAD 37.
Their dedication to bring more firefighters to the fold comes at a time when rural departments are struggling with recruitment.
We need more people to take some of the slack.
After their November 30th graduation, this is not the end, but rather the beginning for the Schoodic Fire Academy and for the students desiring to shepherd someone's darkest moment new light.
Hopefully we can get some younger people engaged wanting to join their local fire departments and be part of the next Schoodic Academy class.
Maine is made up of little communities that need it.
I went from knowing absolutely nothing about firefighting to be certified to go into a burning building if I need to. It almost brings you to tears to know that they depend on you and they appreciate what you do. And that's what it's all about. Saving lives is what we do.
Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
We need a lot more people just like that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
She's doing it for all the right reasons. Yeah. All right, the time now is 8:18. After the break, Maine's Versant Power Astronomy Center is celebrating its 70th year in operation.
We'll take a look at the journey so far and their vision for the future as Good Morning Maine continues.
I drive more running for Congress than I used to. I've been all around the state. You meet a lot of great people. They talk a lot about higher costs, skyrocketing electric bills, and rising inflation. And heating oil tanks need to be filled soon. People are struggling. We need to lower inflation and the cost of fuel, and bring balance to Washington. I'm Austin Terrio, and I approve this message.
People over politics. Austin Terrio for Congress.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have a lot of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful new homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 8:30 on Fox 22.
For fences that last, call Allen Farm first. For more than 30 years, Allen Farm Fence has been putting the customer first by selling and installing the highest quality product. by providing the do it right, install to last, make the customer smile type service. For vinyl, wood, or steel, choose an Allen Farm Fence. Allen Farm Fence. You deserve the best. Get your free estimate today at allenfarmfence.com.
Did you know there's a detergent that gets your dishes up to 100% clean, even in an older dishwasher? Try Cascade Platinum Plus for sparkling clean dishes, even on the toughest jobs. Just scrape, load, and you're done. Switch to Cascade Platinum Plus.
Name a place you love being naked.
Does Steve sing her a song? Get super shy. Pull out flowers.
Can't you look at me?
No, ma'am. I don't want to make eye contact with you. Only reason I'm asking you this because it's on the card.
Steve, you would have asked me that in your younger days.
Family Feud, the only choice.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
The University of Maine's Versant Power Astronomy Center and Maynard F. Jordan Planetarium is celebrating a big birthday this year. Our Callie Warren takes us through the last 70 years of the Astronomy Center and what the future may hold.
We were one of the very early ones in the United States and, of course, in the state of Maine.
Since 1954, the University of Maine has been on the map for astronomy viewing technology. The Versant Power Astronomy Center and Maynard F. Jordan Planetarium is turning 70 this year. And when it all began, the planetarium was in a small facility within a lecture hall.
The planetarium was here when Sputnik first was launched. You know, we were here 3 years prior, so we actually were able to see the entire progression of the space race, if you will, and share that with people and be sort of the resource for the state in communicating those things.
Since 2014, the Planetarium and Astronomy Center has been housed at the edge of campus with a high-definition dome projector for programming.
When you're in a dome space, it surrounds you, it immerses you in that environment, whether it be on board a space station or, you know, flying amongst the stars or underneath the sea or inside of a cell.
As director Sean Lotch explains,
digital technology is wonderful, but it does age.
The Astronomy Center is starting a capital campaign to raise $1.3 million for high-tech upgrades, hoping to become the only facility north of Boston with a cutting-edge, high-definition resolution.
We want to take us sort of into that modern area and be able to give people that experience like places like, you know, Boston or New York or other places have.
Visit our website at foxbangor.com for more information on fundraising efforts or planetarium programming.
We're one of those places that we change our program monthly. There's always something for everyone.
In Orono, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 8:23, and it's time to get a full look at that forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Irish Collision Center. Irish Collision Center offers expert repairs with a 3D frame measuring system, aluminum repair equipment. Our recent expansion boosts capacity, faster service. We're dedicated to quality every time. Visit us today. Alrighty, here we go. We have fog developing this morning across parts of Washington County and parts of Bangor, Bar Harbor, and areas further off towards the west. That will be going away as we do get the day going, but because of all this, we do have a dense fog advisory up for the counties highlighted here in gray, and now will expire this morning. We also have a small crowd advisory up until noon later on today, as well as we'll be watching for some active surf at least until then. The wave heights are active out there at around 4 feet according to the buoys. Anywhere you see this light blue, it shows where we have active surf, even up to 5-foot wave heights being noted at some other buoys not too far away. But on land, we just have clouds that are passing through, tracking from the northwest going to the south and east, and that's about it. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today. We'll stay dry with temperatures, warm temperatures today reaching for the mid-70s, as we'll be in the warm sector of the system. That is causing some showers and storms to develop across parts of the Midwest this morning, even some rain in parts of Canada. But notice here as you head towards parts of South Dakota and parts of Minnesota, we are seeing a few snow showers here this morning, colder air getting pulled in from Canada as well. But futurecast for us, the fog gets out of here. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today with more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. Rain showers will also be possible late tonight into parts of Friday morning, with a few more rain showers possible as we head towards Friday afternoon. But once we head towards Friday night, just some passing clouds. That'll be about it, and I'll get out of here as we head towards Saturday morning. As for the rainfall, nothing too ridiculous with the rain later on tonight into parts of tomorrow. Maybe some spots getting close to a quarter of an inch or less before we're all finished up. So nothing significant. We could use more rainfall, but we'll take what we can get, at least at this point. But your forecast coming up for today showing middle 70s, a warm one, partly cloudy with that southwest wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Coming up for tonight on Halloween, we have upper 50s, mostly cloudy. Rain showers late, trick-or-treating should be okay with that southwest wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we have lower 70s, another warm one, partly cloudy. Few rain showers possible, southwest wind gusting up to around 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Irish Collision Center. Partly cloudy on Saturday with highs cooling into the upper 40s. The time changes on Sunday will be mostly sunny with highs in the upper 40s, and upper 40s again for your Monday under a partly cloudy sky.
Maine's largest network of parts has more reasons to shop this fall and more ways to keep you warm. Stock up and hit the road with Milwaukee's heated hoodies all winter long at the lowest price guaranteed. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
I drive more running for Congress than I used to. I've been all around the state. You meet a lot of great people. They talk a lot about higher costs, skyrocketing electric bills, and rising inflation. And heating oil tanks need to be filled soon. People are struggling. We need to lower inflation and the cost of fuel and bring balance to Washington. I'm Austin Terrio, and I approve this message.
People over politics. Austin Terrio for Congress.
Mainers are tough as nails. And when it comes to quitting smoking or vaping, we don't give up. Because Mainers know every quit attempt is a step in the right direction. The Maine Quit Link offers free help to stop smoking and vaping, including personalized quit plans and free nicotine gum, patches, and lozenges. Because quitting tobacco with a little extra help is more successful than quitting cold turkey. Quit like a Mainer. Enroll online at MaineQuitLink.com or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
When celebrities sketch.
Baseball cap. We didn't quite get there.
Sometimes the art.
He's clearly drawn a baseball cap with a large frontal part. That part's called a visor. Let's give it a shot. Visor? Yeah, baby!
Is in the steal.
Let's see if Team Jaleel can steal this. I'm gonna say garbage truck. You are correct.
Pictionary.
When somebody steals, I don't know why it is so much fun.
Fun for them.
Yeah. Every weekday.
Weekdays at 10 on Fox 22.
Maine's largest network of parts has more reasons to shop this fall and more ways to keep you warm. Stock up and hit the road with Milwaukee's heated hoodies all winter long at the lowest price guaranteed. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Welcome back, everyone. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris both held events in the swing state of Wisconsin yesterday. Former President Trump walked out to his Wisconsin rally wearing an orange reflective vest. It comes from an earlier photo op using a garbage truck to criticize President Biden in a back and forth over calling supporters garbage. Before also traveling to Wisconsin, Vice President Harris spoke in Pennsylvania's capital. In 2020, the election came down to Pennsylvania, and it's possible that that could happen again. A new Fox poll shows Trump and Harris tied with likely voters right now. This comes after a Pennsylvania judge extended the deadline to request an absentee ballot until today in Bucks County.
The Israeli army says it's nearing the end of its operational plans against Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon. Yesterday, a fiery Israeli strike in the Hezbollah stronghold of Baalbek, Lebanon, caught on live TV. Israel says it gave an evacuation order before striking Hezbollah targets. In Lebanon, the freshly appointed head of Hezbollah, Naim Qassem, made his first remarks, warning that his terror group has no plans for peace with Israel. In Gaza, where people are reporting famine, the Gaza Health Ministry reports dozens of people, including women and children, were killed over the past few days from Israeli strikes. And on Monday, Israel passed a law that banned the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency, UNRWA, from operating in the country, which Western allies worried could worsen the already dire humanitarian situation in Gaza.
All right, we have a little breaking news to let you know about. At the top of the show, we told you about the arrest of a man in Exeter for the alleged murder of a missing man, and they were still looking for some people in relation to that. Bangor Police just announced that they have arrested 32-year-old Holden Melvin. He was arrested by Piscataquis County Sheriff's Department and is currently in the Penobscot County Jail. He was not wanted for the murder itself. He was wanted for a charge of hindering apprehension or prosecution, apparently helping the alleged suspect in that case in the wake of that alleged murder. So we will certainly have more on that later on.
All right, and right after the break, we'll have horror movie trivia with to get you in the mood for Halloween.
All right, we'll look forward to that as Good Morning Maine continues.
For 50 years, I've paid into Social Security and Medicare.
You earned it. You paid it in every week.
Austin Terrio skipped work in the State House.
But he still took his paycheck from taxpayers.
Now, Austin Terrio wants to go to Congress, joining politicians who would
cut the Social Security and Medicare benefits that we earned.
Which is kind of scary.
It's going to hurt a lot of people in Maine.
I think it's criminal.
Highway robbery.
No show, Terrio.
Will never work for Maine.
HMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
People ask me all the time, are those commercials really true? Does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. We really have gotten millions of dollars for Mainers hurt by commercial vehicles. And the insurance companies know when you call the twos, we're gonna fight for you. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
And I like that, huh? Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Thursday, October 31st, 2024, and of course it is also Halloween.
Known for things like dressing up, trick-or-treating, eating candy, and engaging with all things scary, Halloween is a holiday with ancient origins. First celebrated as the Celtic festival of Samhain, when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts, and then in the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor All Saints. And over time, all of our other traditions fell into place. So definitely starting with pagan origins, which I don't think is any big crazy secret. But yeah, All Saints kind of comes the day after, and folks celebrate Diwali as well on this day. So there's all sorts of traditions worldwide. But yeah, and trick-or-treating kind of came into place, at least in the 1930s. So there's really something for everybody, and it's really kind of evolved as the years and decades have gone on.
That's what it's always meant to me. It's meant dressing up and getting free candy.
Right,
You know,
right. I think that's what it means to the average person. The average
Not a
person is
bad
not
thing.
going out and celebrating it because it's a pagan holiday.
Probably not.
No.
All right, moving on to other history now. It was on this day in history, and we start off with some grim history. In fact, it was on this day in 1918. It was recorded that the Spanish flu had killed 21,000 people in the U.S. in a single week. You talk about a pandemic. That was just a horrible time in our nation's history.
Kind of the last thing comparable to the pandemic we went through in 2020.
Yeah. In 1926, magician Harry Houdini died. Oh, here we go again with that word. He died from peritonitis. Peritonitis. I'm not sure what that is. Stemming from a stomach injury. In 1941, after nearly 15 years of work, the Mount Rushmore National Memorial in Black Hills, South Dakota was completed. Still want to get there one of these days. Love to check it out.
That whole area is stunning.
Yeah, I've never been to South Dakota.
I love South Dakota. It's
almost
beautiful.
Time for a road trip.
Yeah, right?
And in 1950, Earl Lloyd became the very first African-American to play with the NBA, scoring 6 points on his debut for the Washington Capitals.
In 1993, actor River Phoenix passed away, known for things like Stand By Me when he was a kid. In 1994, TLC released their single Creep, which was the Billboard Song of the Year for 1995. I like that they released it on Halloween. And in 2008, the mysterious and anonymous inventor of Bitcoin published the Bitcoin white paper introducing the cryptocurrency and how it could be used in the world. It's kind of, I didn't realize it's been around since 2008.
Yeah, I still don't understand a thing about it, really.
I think you're in the majority there.
All right, for birthdays now, they include actor Rob Schneider, who is 61 years old today. Singer Willow Smith is 24. And rapper Vanilla Ice is 57 years old today. So happy birthday to all of them. He's still out there singing his Ice Ice Baby song too.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, making some money.
Yeah.
You can't blame him a bit.
Was that, that was the main hit?
That was his, yeah.
Yeah, that was
I don't know if he had any others, but that was a huge hit for him.
Yes.
And he's making a life out of it.
It's still a big deal, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to have some scary movie trivia coming up in a few minutes, but first we have some good news for folks on this Halloween. You probably already noticed it's pretty warm as you head out for the day today. Expected to get up into the 70s today, maybe just a chance of passing rain tonight, but it really shouldn't get in the way of that trick-or-treating too much.
No, you shouldn't have to wear a winter coat over your Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Irish Collision Center. Irish Collision Center offers expert repairs with a 3D frame measuring system, aluminum repair equipment. Our recent expansion boosts capacity, faster service. We're dedicated to quality every time. Visit us today. Alrighty, here we go. Areas of dense fog greeting us this morning from near Bangor to Bar Harbor, even into parts of Washington County and areas further off towards the west. It's rather widespread this morning. So because of that, a dense fog advisory is posted this morning for the counties highlighted here in gray. That will expire this morning as well. Be careful if you are traveling. We do also have a small crowd advisory up until noon coming up later on today due to active wave heights that we have been seeing. But meanwhile, on land, just some clouds that are tracking through. That's all we're really going to see. No rainfall for us today. We will be under a partly cloudy sky. The rainfall right now is over in parts of Canada and across parts of the Midwest and southern U.S. where showers and thunderstorms are developing there this morning, but for us, it's just the clouds. We'll get the fog out of here too. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky for today, but later on tonight, more clouds and even some rain on the way yet again. As for the winds, not too bad for today. We're roughly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few higher gusts. Later on tonight, and especially into tomorrow, the winds will be picking up. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures warming into the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
For us this morning, so that's pretty exciting.
And welcome to the morning show, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, dropping things all over the place here.
Lost my thingy here.
Here you are.
Thanks, you put your right to work right away.
Yeah.
Huh? So, thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I've been informed that the judges actually did give Emma half a point for your answer, your partial answer on the hotel.
Oh, really?
The last part. So we are 5.5 points to 5 points.
Oh, wow, we're pretty close.
Okay, we are pretty close.
All right.
Okay.
So we have 4 more questions this hour. Go ahead and go ahead with the first one.
The first question is, Hannibal Lecter helped catch the serial killer at the center of the Silence of the Lambs. What was his name?
Oh, boy.
Patrick Bateman, Ghostface, Charles Lee Ray,
Boy, this
or
is,
Buffalo Bill?
Yeah.
you know, I've seen this like 3 times, too.
I know, it's
can't
one of those
remember his name.
movies. Oh.
All right, I'm just going to guess.
Okay.
That's how I go.
Okay.
I'm going with C.
I know it.
You know it?
Yeah. I just started, we were just talking about this yesterday.
She did?
She got it right.
Yeah, I love Jodie Foster. I'm watching the 4th season of True Detective right now, which she's in that as well. And Alex and I were just talking about that yesterday.
Very good show.
Yes.
Alrighty. In Halloween, Michael Myers' mask is actually a mask of which actor?
I know that
Anthony
one.
Hopkins, Donald Sutherland, William Shatner, or Jimmy Stewart?
Oh, I know this one too. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think we both got this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Both Scott C?
Yeah, William Shatner.
Awesome. All right.
It's kind of funny what they did too. They found this old Captain Kirk mask and they like shaved off the hair and all that and painted it up and that's
they
what
made
you
it
got.
scary. When
they made it scary,
I don't know,
yeah.
it kind of looked pretty scary to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking.
All right, question 3.
Next one.
All right. What do Carrie's classmates dump on her at prom in Carrie?
Oh.
Cow blood, pig blood, food dye, or human blood?
I'm going to say pig blood.
And C, food dye is spelled wrong, so.
Very nice.
Yeah.
The answer is pig blood.
Yeah,
we
pig
both got that one.
blood.
Alrighty, last one. How many Hellraiser movies are in the franchise?
Oh boy.
14, 9, 6, or 11?
Oh, I don't know. It's going to be fully a guess from me as well.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm going to guess C, because how can you make 14 movies?
I was going to go C too, but I'll do D just to be different.
Oh,
So
okay.
I didn't even know what D was, but there you go.
And it is D.
Oh, look at you!
Just lucked out.
Oh my
There you go.
gosh.
So unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Emma still did win by half a point,
Oh.
though. But it was
Good
close.
job.
That was
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
You said you wouldn't know a lot of the answers, but you watch horror movies.
I do. I watch a lot of them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Very
11 movies.
Yeah.
How do you make 11 movies?
I don't know.
I think I saw the first 2 of Hellraiser.
I like the first one. Those are weird
Yeah,
films.
they are kind of weird.
They're weird.
So-
But hey, looks like we have an absolute unit in the in the studio right now. We have our pet of the week coming up next, and I hear him. We're all looking at him over
It's
there.
a big beautiful
big dog.
And we'll meet him coming
Yeah,
up. But
yeah.
first, what are we going to do here? We're
We
gonna
got sports right after the
Got
break.
to take a break.
Yep.
The Dodgers beat the Yankees in the World Series.
What a big day it is today.
Lots of things
Yeah,
going on. So
yeah.
we'll be back with more right after this.
Jared Golden says,
I'm not voting for Donald Trump.
that's because Golden supports Kamala's agenda. Golden voted for their $1 trillion spending spree and against funding Trump's wall.
I'm not voting for Donald Trump.
Golden's for Kamala's policies instead. Aroostook County native, Austin Terrio, endorsed by Trump. He'll support Trump's policies, secure the border, and fix our economy. The choice is clear.
I'm Austin Terrio, and I approve this message.
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice. And long-lasting Gain scent beads, part of the irresistible scent collection from Gain.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Are you ready? This is the big one, the 2024 Christmas Craft Fair at the Bangor Mall. Saturdays and Sundays, November 9th, 10th, 16th, and 17th. Free admission and free Dunkin' coffee. Over 350 local vendors with new vendors each weekend. Get your free pictures taken with Santa. 4 $1,000 cash door prizes. Don't miss the 2024 Christmas Craft Fair. Saturdays and Sundays, November 9th, 10th, 16th, and 17th at the Bangor Mall.
25 words or less.
Oyster. You're so shellfish.
Every weekday
on Fox 22.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start at Alphon Stadium in Orono. It's a big week for Maine football, and one Black Bear receiver is going to make a dream come true on Saturday. Jack Webb has the story.
Yeah, just let it rip. It's just football.
This time last year, Mo Arafin was at Division III St. Vincent College preparing to play Thiel. This week, he's getting ready to play national powerhouse Oklahoma.
It's a bit of a surreal feeling, going from D3 and then playing the SEC in one of the bigger conferences. But, I'm just excited for the opportunity, excited to be on that stage and just, go up there, compete, play with my brothers.
And I actually thought about him today, just like sitting in his seat, like now you're going to Norman, Oklahoma to play Oklahoma. Like I kind of I don't know if he was ever in his head, but here's the opportunity, and going out there and being in the moment would be the most important thing.
It was actually very much in his head. There were 960 people in attendance at that game a year ago in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And in those moments, Mo was working towards playing in front of crowds like the 80,000 that'll be in Norman, Oklahoma this Saturday.
I just know if I kept my head down, I just kept pushing, one day I was going to get to that, to this spot. I remember watching college football pump-up compilations on my phone, and just dreaming, like, if I ever get my chance to play in a stadium like this, I want to ball out, make a name for myself.
This type of opportunity isn't just handed to you. It's earned through years of hard work.
My work ethic, that's the most important thing to me. It gives me my confidence. So, just putting my head down, knowing that the work I put in is going to help me, produce on Saturdays.
Going back to just his work ethic, his level of consistency, he is certainly a Division I talent.
After the St. Vincent graduate entered his name in the transfer portal and took a visit to Orono, the culture spoke for itself.
It was a brotherhood, and I saw that instantly. Something that really drew me to it. I came on my visit with my brother, and even he was in my ear like, yeah, this is somewhere I think you can come here and be successful.
The Black Bears will need that brotherhood at full force on Saturday against an SEC opponent.
Just go up there, just try to, play the best with my brothers, and just compete. That's been the main focus for us this entire week, just going up there and competing.
Kickoff is scheduled for 2:30 Eastern. From Orono, Jack Webb, ABC7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Jack. Really cool story right there with Mo. Let's go to some playoff soccer now. We will stay up in Orono for this one. It's a Class C boys quarterfinals. Central Red Devils playing the Red Riots in Orono. First half, Central up 1. Antonio Mendez Camases gets a great ball here from Dylan Dupuis, but a great save from Nicholas Masters keeps him off the board. Still in the first, same score. Camases gets it. Great ball to Brady Hughes, and he makes it count. Nets the equalizer. We are tied at 1 at the half. Late second half, still tied Orono. Going for the game winner, Hughes to Micah Olson. Tries to score top shelf. Look at the bounce from Masters. Jumps above the crossbar to tip this one away. We head to overtime with Central with a chance. It's Kaysen Rushlow, but Matthew Allen is there for the diving save. Great goalie play in this one, but with 3 minutes left in OT, Jay Tweedy sends it to Mendez Camases. He redirects it far corner. For the game winner, it's time to celebrate in Orono. Red Riots win 2-1. All right, moving on now, we head over to Brewer where the Witches host Camden Hills in field hockey. First ever field hockey home game at Hedrick Field. We pick it up second half. Already 2-0 Brewer. Allie Flagg takes it to the net, lays out, but she's denied at the net front. That keeps it 2-0. Later on a penalty corner, how about that defense? The Windjammers coming up with a huge stop on the corner. Shortly after, though, Flagg fires another, but Abby Strout is going to make a kick save there, and it's cleared from the net front. Flagg throws it back in, but it was above knee height, so that goal would be wiped off. That does not count, but eventually the Witches would break through. Jordan Williams tees it up and fires it past the keeper. Brewer advances to the semifinals. 3-0 is the final. Back to boys soccer now, Class B quarterfinals. Top-ranked John Bapst hosting Presque Isle at Hamden Academy. First half, Bapst up 4, looking to add trick play on the free kick from Logan Hart and Oscar Martinez, but Griffin Berry makes the diving save in net. Ensuing corner kick now, Cooper Lewis sends it in, but Berry sniffs it out of the crowd, grabs possession for another save. Second half now, Bapst with a great chance here. Great ball from Hart to Rafa Rentoza. He fires, it bounces back, but Berry able to corral it off the backspin. Bapst would break through, though. Lewis, great ball here to Rentoza. Yeah. He hits Mortez Muller, and he's going to draw the D in and find a wide open Oscar Martinez for the goal. Textbook ball movement. John Bapst goes on to win 6-1. And for some other scores from around the area today, Lewiston beats Bangor in boys soccer quarterfinals. Coney over Lawrence in field hockey. Ellsworth beats Waterville in overtime to advance to the B-boys semis. They will play John Bapst, and Wisdom takes down top-seeded Bangor Christian. 3-2 is the final there. A lot of fun playoff action from Wednesday. That is all the time we have for sports. Back.
For 50 years, I've paid into Social Security and Medicare.
You earned it. You paid it in every week.
Austin Terrier skipped work in the State House.
But he still took his paycheck from taxpayers.
Now, Austin Terrier wants to go to Congress.
Joining politicians who would
cut the Social Security and Medicare benefits that we earned.
Which is kind of scary.
It's going to hurt a lot of people in Maine.
I think it's criminal.
Highway robbery.
No show Terrier.
Will never work for me.
HMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Commercial vehicles can be dangerous, and they usually carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or a big rig like this, we know commercial vehicle accidents, and we know how to get you the big money you may deserve. If any commercial vehicle hurts you, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the Twos. We win for you. Call 222-2222.
Can a body wash transform your chest, arms, legs? It's Olay Body Wash with skincare ingredients and 10 times more vitamin B3 complex. So in 14 days, see visibly better skin. Olay Body Wash. Discover yours.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message. Washington wasn't listening to Maine. So we brought Maine to Washington to deliver the message.
Together, we stood up to Biden to protect Maine lobstermen.
Worked with the Trump administration to build a veteran treatment center.
Delivered $1 million to train Maine loggers.
And worked with Republicans to secure our border and fund our police.
And we're just getting started.
Welcome back, everyone. Looks like Emma has a new best friend. It's time for our weekly Pet of the Week segment. Catherine Ravenscraft joining us once again from Bangor Humane Society. Happy Halloween to you.
And to you. You guys are having the most fun today.
We're having a good time.
With trivia and all this spookiness and now a dog.
And now a dog.
You can't go wrong.
Who do we have here?
This is Zader. Zader is a 9-year-old mix of some sort, a terrier mix. As you can see, he is a very, very big boy. Yeah. This is actually Zader's second appearance at Bangor Humane Society. I believe that his former owners, the most recent former owners, just had a change in lifestyle. But when Zader went out the first time, he was a little bit lighter, and
look at that face.
Yeah, he came back a bit overweight. So quite a bit, yeah. And you know, who knows the reasons for that? As we were talking, it's really important that you walk your pets, even if you have a backyard. Right. It's really important that you take them out and walk them and make sure that they get plenty of exercise.
And daily, right? Because this can happen maybe multiple times a day, right? I mean,
exactly.
Because this, of course, he is so handsome, and it just adds to the handsomeness because he's such a good boy. But this is really detrimental to his health.
It can be, yeah. And in fact, we try to keep him as calm as possible because the extra weight that he's carrying does cause a strain on his heart. So we are exercising him as we can. But it's a very light exercise regimen because we just don't want to tax his system too much. So whoever is lucky enough to take this boy home, because he is an awesome dude.
Oh, he's beautiful.
He wants love. He just wants pets. I love this boy.
He's so good.
And he looks deep into your eyes too.
Have
you noticed that? He's like looking at you, just like, oh, I can connect with you.
He's so sweet. Yeah, I know I say this with like most of the dogs you bring in, but this guy is smart and sweet.
He's like,
and
you
know
Emma,
I'm talking about
Emma,
you. Oh, look. And I remember him well from his first time through the shelter. So it's always nice to see them again. It was just disappointing to see him come back. But whoever gets him is going to be lucky, and they're going to have a little bit of work cut out for him to get him to a healthy weight. But wow, it's going to be so worth it.
Hey, you wanted to mention some Halloween tips too. I saw some videos the other day of some dog that ate an entire bag of Halloween candy.
Oh my goodness.
And they had to wait, I don't know, they gave him something to make it throw it up or something, but it can be so dangerous.
It really is. It really is. So make sure you're keeping candy up and away from your dogs. Make sure that all of your animals have some way to be reunited with you. So if they're not microchipped, today is the day to put a collar on them with an identification tag, so that if the door opens for a trick-or-treater and the kitty runs out or the dog runs out, or if you're out on a walk and they get spooked and they take off, then that way they can be reunited.
This could be tough for a lot of dogs because with the door constantly being knocked on or the doorbell ringing, they'll be like, what is going on?
And you'll want to consider that if you're going to turn your light on for Halloween as well. I know my dogs do not like visitors, so we will not have the light on at our house tonight. And if you've got a really anxious dog, turn on a noise machine or the TV somewhere in the house. Turn on some music.
Great idea.
Drown out the noise from outside. Close your blinds so that they can't see outside and get triggered by that. So Yeah.
And we all get it. Sometimes it's nice to have the guard dog. Who, whoa.
Exactly. Yeah. Somebody recently, a campaigner recently knocked on the door and said, "Well, you don't need security, do you?" And I was like, "No, I'm good."
Personally, I love it. I don't know. As a single woman, it's like, yeah, go bark at the person at the door.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
I don't mind at all.
Get yourself a Zader, and you won't have to worry about anybody. Although he's a pretty cool customer.
I don't think
there, so.
He really is. Yeah.
Hopefully somebody out there has room in their house though for Zader.
Yeah, we hope so too.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Catherine, thanks for joining us, and happy Halloween.
Yeah, you guys too.
I'll send things back over to Devin for another look at that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Irish Collision Center. Irish Collision Center offers expert repairs with a 3D frame measuring system, aluminum repair equipment. Our recent expansion boosts capacity, faster service. We're dedicated to quality every time. Visit us today. Alrighty, here we go. We have fog developing this morning across parts of Washington County and parts of Bangor, Bar Harbor, and areas further off towards the west. That will be going away as we do get the day going, but because of all this, we do have a dense fog advisory up for the counties highlighted here in gray, and now will expire this morning. We also have a small crowd advisory up until noon later on today, as well as we'll be watching for some active surf at least until then. The wayfinds are active out there at around 4 feet according to the buoys. Anywhere you see this light blue, it shows where we have active surf, even up to 5-foot wayfinds being noted at some other buoys not too far away. But on land, we just have clouds that are passing through, tracking from the northwest going to the south and east, and that's about it. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today. We'll stay dry with temperatures, warm temperatures today reaching for the mid-70s, as we'll be in the warm sector of the system. That is causing some showers and storms to develop across parts of the Midwest this morning, even some rain in parts of Canada. But notice here as you head towards parts of South Dakota and parts of Minnesota, we are seeing a few snow showers here this morning, colder air getting pulled in from Canada as well. But futurecast for us, the fog gets out of here. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today with more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. Rain showers will also be possible late tonight into parts of Friday morning, with a few more rain showers possible as we head towards Friday afternoon. But once we head towards Friday night, just some passing clouds. That'll be about it, and I'll get out of here as we head towards Saturday morning. As for the rainfall, nothing too ridiculous with the rain later on tonight into parts of tomorrow. Maybe some spots getting close to a quarter of an inch or less before we're all finished up. So nothing significant. We could use more rainfall, but we'll take what we can get, at least at this point. But your forecast coming up for today showing middle 70s, a warm one, partly cloudy with that southwest wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Coming up for tonight on Halloween, we have upper 50s, mostly cloudy. Rain showers late, trick-or-treating should be okay with that southwest wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we have lower 70s, another warm one, partly cloudy. Few rain showers possible, southwest wind gusting up to around 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Irish Collision Center. Partly cloudy on Saturday with highs cooling into the upper 40s. The time changes on Sunday will be mostly sunny with highs in the upper 40s, and upper 40s again for your Monday under a partly cloudy sky.
Excitement comes standard with the Honda Accord, and so does a turbocharged engine. Stand out with the Honda Accord. Contact your Honda dealer today or shop online.
Things are messed up in Maine. The state's broke, light bills are skyrocketing, housing costs are through the roof. I'm Trey Stewart. Here are the facts. Democrats completely control Augusta. They could solve these problems today. Instead, they're focused on how big your campfire can be and banning coyote hunting. You know we can do better. It's time to vote them out.
Paid for by Maine Senate Republicans, Augusta, Maine. Top fundraiser of Maine Senate Republicans is RSLC.
Ye Old General, located in Carmel, has everything you could ever need. Whether it be kerosene, regular or ethanol-free gasoline, wood pellets, a fresh-cooked pizza, or fried food, they've got you covered. Looking to get a stiff drink after work? Ye Old General is an agency liquor store with a great selection of alcohol. Ye Old General can help with your next home project, carrying carpentry supplies from hammers and nails to specialty nuts and bolts. They have what you need to get the job done. Stop by Ye Old General today. If you don't think they'll have it, they probably do.
Did you know there's a detergent that gets your dishes up to 100% clean, even in an older dishwasher? Try Cascade Platinum Plus for sparkling clean dishes, even on the toughest jobs. Just scrape, load, and you're done. Switch to Cascade Platinum Plus.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Call the 2. We win for you.
Adventure confidently with Honda, car and driver's most awarded brand in 10 Best history. The CR-V and CR-V Hybrid. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Well,
What a dog, huh?
I love that dog so much. We're running out of time. I wish we had more time. I have a funny Halloween story of me twisting my ankle as dressed up as a zombie when I was in 5th grade. So I don't have time to share it.
Well, maybe when you come back. You're taking tomorrow off because you love Halloween.
I just love
it's your day.
I'm gonna stay up late. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you have a good time, and
thanks.
we hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween too. Thank you for joining us.
Have a good day.
Today on 25 Words or Less, currently writing on something of a career high. Oh, that's depressing. It's Melissa Peterman.
If this is the high, I'll take it.
Take off those glasses. And joining Melissa are married couple Haley and Mitchell. Someone who's widely considered to be the hardest working woman who's sort of in show business. It's Jackie Toad.
It really is.
And joining her are returning champion sisters Brittany and Tiffany.